basically we are starting Java training, core Java training for the kids, and also iOS, iPhone applications development.
Okay. So what we will be learning today is we will be learning about parameterization. We will learn about how to call a particular test plan into another test plan. So linking of different test plans. So for that, what I would like to understand, tell you first is, see, when I click on login, I'm logging with my ID here, right? So I can log in with my ID, and here let me log in with my ID first. So similarly, Keithal can log in with her ID, Mithil can log in with her ID. So everyone has their own ID to this particular site. So let's remember that point one. Everyone can access with their own ID. So click on submit. When I click on submit, so the login functionality is entering a user ID and a password for anyone. So that's the common functionality for anyone. Even if I log in, even if Mithil or anyone logs in, this particular page gets displayed. Okay, this particular page gets displayed, and I want to do I want to write the test cases for batch videos. Where is the batch videos? This is the batch videos. Okay, and Heathel wants to write test cases for batch posts, and someone wants to write a test case. Kabir wants to write a test cases about home. Okay, so everyone wants to write, or someone wants to write some test cases for my account. So there are multiple functionalities after login where we want to write test cases, right? Where we want to document our test plans, like my account, home, batch videos, batch posts. But the key points here are, for to do that one, we always have to do the login, right? Login is a common functionality that everyone has to enter with a valid user ID and password, and all those people can enter with their own user ID and password. So those are the 2 points that we want to remember to go forward over here. So let's go back to the quality center. Let me create a let me talk about the batch videos. So let me create a new folder here. This is batch 182. So select on the subject folder. Let me see if it is getting recorded or not. Okay. So I'll go back to the subject folder. I've reinstalled everything. So everything got, whatever the previous test plans that I've created, everything gone deleted. So click on the subject, click on the new folder, batch 182. Click on OK. Now under batch 182, what I want to do is I want to write a test cases for Krishna training. So I'll create another folder which is called KT, which is for Krishna training. Click on OK. Now here I want to write a new test for, what is that one? Batch videos. Batch videos functionality, and here in the type I have to select manual. That's very, very important. And creation date, let's assume some creation of some date, 23 Krishna, and this test plan is about writing is about documenting the test cases for batch videos. Click on OK. So go back to the design steps. Let's write one by step now. What is the first step? Open a browser and type www.krishnatraining.com. Krishna Training application gets displayed the home page. Step 2. Click on login. Right? That's the next one, right? If you remember on that page, click on login. Login page is displayed with the following fields. What are the following fields? Email ID, password. No, this is a login, right? Existing user. I want to do for an existing user. So let me do the logout. So I typed Krishna Training. Click on login.
I would like to know.
So this login page is getting displayed with email and password. You can write everything, like all those fields. Just remember this one. Or you can take the snapshot and if the snapshot is not there, because the test cases will be written in the beginning of it, right? So snapshot would not be there. So go back here. So email and password. Next one is new step. For email ID, enter the value as, I'm writing my name, okay? ALMQC@gmail.com. Email ID value is accepted. What is my next step? For password, enter the password as this is not the real password. I'm just giving some dummy. So for password, enter the password as password. Password field is password value is accepted. Then next step. After entering the values, what we need to do? Click on submit button. So what is the next step? Click on submit button. So when I click on submit button, what will happen? Click on submit. So some values. So login is successful and my account details would be displayed, right? That's the page that is getting displayed. So go and write that. Login is successful and my account details are displayed. Then what is my scope of testing? To click on the batch videos. I want to test for the batch videos, right? So click on batch videos. Click on batch videos. Click on the link. Batch videos. So when I click on the batch videos, what happens? Click on the batch videos, what happens? Batch videos for different batches are displayed, right? Batch videos for the different batches are displayed. Batch videos for different batches are displayed. Okay, what I want to do, let's assume that I want to click on the first link of the batch videos. I don't know what number it would be, so what I will write is, I'll just, whatever the first link that is there under the batch videos, I will click on that one. So this is here batch 179 Herndon V video something. Or let's assume that we know that in class videos by Krishna videos will be always be there on the first page. So what I want to do is, so I will always click on the link in class videos by Krishna videos. So when I click on this one, how many? 52 videos should be displayed. See, 1 to 10. 52 total videos, 52 videos should be displayed, with first 10 videos displayed on the first page, right? That's the expected result. So what I will do is, I'll click on new step here, click on link in class videos by Krishna. In class videos of Krishna are displayed. Total videos should be 52 and the first 10 should be displayed on the first page. Okay. Okay, I think I missed one.
No, you have to arrange the steps. It is mixed.
Right. Okay. Open a browser and type www.krishna.com. Click on login, enter email, password, click on submit. Login is, click on batch videos. Batch videos for the different batches are displayed. Click on link in class videos by Krishna. In class videos of Krishna are displayed. Total videos should be 52 and the first 10 should be displayed on the first page. This is my simple test case for the batch videos, and I want to test only for the in class videos. Let's assume that another functionality that I want to write a test plan is for after login. Let's assume that I want to click on the batch post. So when I click on the batch post, I should click on the for all batches post, and when I click on all batches post should be total should be 13 and first 10 should be displayed on the first page. That's what my batch for, what was that one? Batch post functionality. So let's write test cases for that one. So click on KT new test. What is this one? Batch post functionality. Click on manual, creation date 23rd, This test plan is to document test cases for batch post functionality. Click on OK. Okay, create a step. Again, my steps are what? What's my first step? Open a browser, right? Anyone. I'm not doing this one. Let's assume that you are doing this one. I think I forgot your name. I have to remember all it. Geeta. Open a browser. Type www.krishnatraining.com. Krishna Training pardon for my all typos. Okay, Krishna Training application gets displayed with the home page. I'm just typing it fast, guys. Okay, now click on next step. What is my next step? Click on login, right? Login page is displayed with the following fields: email ID, password, what's my next step? For email ID, enter the value as geeta@gmail.com. Email ID value is accepted. Enter password as for password, enter the value as password. Password value is accepted. What's my next step? Click on submit. Login is successful and my account details should be displayed. Click on batch posts. Batch posts for different batches are displayed. Click on all. What's that? What was the link? What was the link? For all batches, right? For all batches. Is that the one? For all batches posts. Click on the link for all batches. So this is in capital letters, for all batches posts, right? All batches posts should be displayed with total posts should be 13 and first 10 are displayed on the first page. Okay, now two testers, myself and Geeta, have written two test plans one for batch videos, one for batch posts. Until step 5. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. The steps are common between myself and Geeta, right? I'm opening a browser. I'm opening a browser and typing krishnatraining.com. Click on login. We are entering the email ID and password, and click on submit. So these are the common things. Let's go back and look at this site. Once I log in, how many of the functionalities are there? There is interview, there is a software testing. Every functionality needs to be tested, right? Click on HP tool, something should happen. Click on home thing, something should happen. Click on about us, something should happen. So when this application is getting developed, each particular area needs to be tested. Each particular area needs to be tested means each particular area needs to be documented for your test plans, right? So like everyone, for example, you are also writing this test plan for home. You will also be writing all these test cases. So does it make sense to repeat all these 5 steps for all of us? No. If I have a common template for a login functionality where only these 5 steps are there, opening a browser, typing www.krishnatraining.com, entering a user ID and password, clicking on a submit. If these are the common steps performed by the different testers, needs to be documented. If I can keep it as a separate one, and if I call that test plan for each my individual areas, that should be an efficient way of doing the test plan designing. How do we do that one? How do we do that one? That's what we are going to talk about now. So what I'll do is I'll create a new test. What I will say is existing or login functionality for existing users. That's what I'll write it. Creation date 23. This test plan documents. This plan is about login functionality for existing users. Manual. Click on OK. Let me write the design steps. So what are the design steps? My first step is always open a browser and type www.krishnatraining.com. Krishna Training application should be displayed the home page. What's my next step? Click on login. Login page is displayed. What's my next one? Oh, sorry. The previous step, login page should be displayed with the following fields. I'll update it later. What's my next one? For email ID, enter the value as, I'll write it as a Kabir for now. Okay, kabir@gmail.com. Okay, email ID value should be accepted. For password, enter the value as password. Password value should be accepted. Folks, are you with me, right? You're able to understand what I'm trying to do it, right? I'm just typing it. I'm not looking at your faces. Are you okay? Okay. For password value should be accepted. What's next? Click on
Post this video today, right?
yes, click on submit. I'll do that one. I have to come back. I'll come back in the afternoon and I'll do that one. Click on submit. What will happen? Login is successful and my account information should be displayed. That's all right. Only 5 steps. We got 5 steps. Okay, click on login. Let me update this one. Click on login. Login page should be displayed with the following fields: email ID and password. Now let's assume Heathel or Mittal are smart testers. What they will do is they will come back and they want to write test cases for let's assume pick up one functionality. What is that one? Interview. So Heathel would be writing for test cases for interview and Mittal would be writing test cases for software testing. What they will do is they will come here. They will write a new test here. They will write a new test here. They will say that interview. Functionality. This test case is to document test cases for interview functionality. Creation date 23. Click on OK. They will come over here. Now if you take a look at here, there is an option called as call to test. See, take a look at this, very important. There is a, I'm not writing design steps directly. There is a option for me to call to test, because even for interview or software testing I have to open a browser, type in all those values, enter the user ID for Heathel, enter the user ID for Mittal. They also have to do the same thing, right? So they will what they will do is they will go and they will just click on the call to test. When they do this call to test, see there is a small pop-up that gets opened over here. It will say that bring down all the tests that are there in the test plan. Right now I don't see any test plans here, because if you take a look at this one, there is a filter that is applied over here. Filter type manual and template is Y. Template is Y. What it is showing, it will show only the test plans that are marked as template. Template means standard set of instructions that can be repeated multiple times. So those can be combined together as one test plan and mark it as a template. So what I will do is I'll just click on cancel this one. Whatever this login functionality here, it is there. I'll go, I have documented all the steps, right? I will right click here, mark as template test. Mark as template test. So this is marked as a template now. Now I'll go to the interview functionality again, and again I'll click on the call to test. So when I click on the call to test, if I expand it, I should be able to see the, let me refresh it. This is marked as a template test, right? Okay. Go to the interview functionality, call to test. See, batch 182, KT, It was not showing all these folders at the time, right? Now see, the login functionality is there. So just select that one, click on OK. I'll repeat it once again, folks. Let's take a look at it. Interview functionality is being written by Heath. So interview functionality, there is an option called as call to test. Clicking on that call to test, a small pop-up opens. This pop-up would display the test plans which are marked as a template. So login, I have marked it as a template. I will expand it here. I'll go to the batch 182, KT, login, click on OK. So Heathel or Mittal will not document all those 5 steps that myself and Geeta have written, right? They will not write all those test cases. From here, after login, they will directly click on, so all those 5 steps. If I click on this link, it will open my login steps. It will open my login steps. Okay. Again, I'll go back to the interview functionality, and from here I will continue my actual test cases that we want to test for the interview functionality. So click on new step. So what should we do it here? Interview, right?
Yeah, on top.
Interview here.
Yeah.
So click on interview on top. So different options for interview should be displayed. I'll just write it over there, but you have to write it like back-end testing questions and everything should be displayed. So I'll just write it one thing. Click on, I think this is for Kabir, right? I think we entered Kabir, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So click on interview, link on the top. Different links, following links for interview should be displayed. Something like backend questions. I'll name few things, okay? Database, something I'll write. Etc. So interview functionality would have only 2 steps. I mean, technically it has 6 steps, but first 5 steps I'm linking to another test plan where the login functionality has already been documented by someone. Okay. Now here, when I click on the login, clear about this linking test case, what we are trying to do it. But one question that you people should ask me is, batch videos, I am logging with my ID. Batch posts, I am logging with Geeta. Login functionality is totally with Kabir ID. Interview functionality is written by Heathel, but it is referring to Kabir's user ID, right? If I want to replace all these steps, what I can do is I can remove all these steps here. I can select all this one, remove the steps, delete selected. So here I will go back and link to that login functionality. Batch 182. Login functionality, okay. So I've removed all my 5 steps, which is logging to the login, referring to the login functionality. Similarly, I will do for the batch post also. I'll remove all my 5 steps. Delete, and I'll call to that login functionality. And call to the login functionality. Click on OK. Okay. So I'm referring all my different test cases to one login functionality. But login functionality here is logged with Kabir. Batch videos are performed by Triambaka. Batch posts are performed by Geeta. Interview is performed by Heathal. But we are referring to only one ID. How do we change for different user IDs? How do we change for different users? This is where the parameterization comes into the picture. So go back to the step where I'm entering the user ID. I'll keep the line as it is here. I'll just copy this one, Shift Home, Control C, Control V. Here I'll remove this one. Enter the email ID. For email ID, enter the value as, if you see here, insert parameter. Insert parameter. So click on that one. It will open a pop-up for me. Parameter name. What is this one? Email ID. When I do that one, click on OK. New parameter. So what I'm trying to do is I'll close it again. I'll again go back here. So as insert parameter, so select that one, new parameter. Click on new parameter and enter the value as email ID. Click on OK.
So can you repeat it again? How to do it?
Yeah. Let me delete it again. I'll do it for password. Let me do it. Click on OK. So when I do that email ID, see how is it got inserted? 3 less than symbols, email ID, and 3 greater than symbols. That's how your parameter would be displayed. How exactly it will come into the picture, I'll let you know. But this is how you will insert a parameter. Now go back to the, click on OK. Similarly, you need to change the password also, right? So password would also be different for your individual password for the individual user IDs. So double click it here, not here. Shift Home, Control C. Password, so remove as insert parameter. This is where you have to click on this one, insert parameter.
But it's not enabled for me. So it's not enabled for me to.
We'll come back. Insert parameter. So what I'm trying to do is click on insert parameter. Once you click on insert parameter, whatever the previous parameter that's there, it's already displayed over there. So click on again new parameter and parameter value as password. Click on OK. Click on OK. So this is how it gets displayed. Click on OK. What you can do is, that's how it will be displayed. The reason I have kept this one, the first line, is just want to show the difference between Just want to show the difference, how exactly the value, the line would be displayed if I enter it as a parameter. So I'm removing this one. Click on OK. Shift home, delete. Click on OK. Okay, so that's how it will be referred. So this is your template with the parameters for email ID and password. So any tester can be referred to this particular test case. They will be saying that, okay, batch videos, Raj is pointing to the login functionality where the user ID and password are entered as parameters. How exactly I'll be providing my user ID while execution. Parameters needs to be provided in the test plan. The actual values would be provided when you are executing that test plan in your test lab. How it will be displayed, I'll show it to you. So I've written these test cases now. Go to the test lab now. Let's assume that batch videos functionality, Raj is testing that one. So click on test lab. Click on the test lab. I'll create a new folder which is batch 182. Okay. New folder KT, which is Krishna training. Here I'll create a new test set which is release 1.0. Some release. This is this test set is for the initial launch of Krishna training site. Click on OK. So execution grid, select test. So what I did is, after going to this created the test set, I want to select the test now. So click on the select test. Now I want to execute batch videos. Raj is going to execute the batch videos. So I'm selecting this one. When I select that test plan, bring it to the execution grid. See what's happening. So it comes like this one. Now this comes over here. Let me go back and run it. When I run it, begin run. Okay, I should have checked in that one, I guess. Let me see. See, it is asking me, when I started executed, it is asking me, there are parameters in your test plan. What are the values needs to be provided for your email ID and password? Enter actual values for the test parameters. So here ALMQC@gmail.com. Password. When I did that one, those actual values are getting inserted over there. Now if you go and look into the, what was the step 2, I guess, right? Step 3. See, for email ID, enter the value as, now it is, instead of email ID, it is taking triambakasi@gmail.com. Clear? That's how the value is replaced with the actual value from the parameter value. Clear what I did? I'll try another case now again. So I'll close this one. Close this one. Let's bring another one. Batch posts. Okay. When I bring it over here, it will get created over here. Okay. Now I want to run this one. Select that one. Click on run manually. So it will ask like this. So begin run. See, this is how the pop-up comes up for the email ID and password needs to be displayed. So select the email ID, click on the actual value tab, provide the value for actual value, which is here geeta@gmail.com, password as password. So when I enter the email ID actual value, the actual value displayed over here. For password, when I click password, the actual value will be here. OK. And if I go to the third step, for email ID, enter the value as Geeta. That's how the parameterization works with the whatever the parameter value that you have defined with the actual value in your test plan. So in the test plan, you have to create with all the parameters whatever it is required that can be re-entered by multiple people. It's just not only for the email ID and password, anything that can be entered by any other person, you have to always declare it as a parameter. The standard usage is about the login functionality. Clear? I'll close this one. Let's try with another one also. That's about interview functionality.
Can you do it from the beginning, like the new test set?
Sure, let's do that. So when I bring it over here, so interview functionality is here. Run manually. When I say begin run, yes. So it is asking for my email ID and password. So actual value. Here I'll enter for email ID now, kabir@gmail.com. Click on OK. Password I didn't enter, right? So if I want to enter the show parameters, again click on the show parameters. If I forgot to enter the parameter value, again click on the show parameters here. Click on that one. Go to the password. Click on actual value. Enter the value as some value. It is not taking the values. Okay, let's close it. Run manually. Begin run. kabir@gmail.com. password. So again, the step 3 should now have a Kabir, and the password should have a password. So that's how the release has been created. Let's save it. Now let's assume that these 3 tests are now should be repeated by another person, not Raj, Geeta or Kabir, but by another 3 different people. Let's assume that I want to create another different set, probably during our second phase of it, release 2.2 or wherever, whichever the release. So create another new test set. Close this one. First of all, I have to select KT, new test set, release 2.0. Click on OK. I'm doing it again. Okay, release 2.0. So in the release, I want to select the test now. Now batch videos, bring it over here. Similarly, batch post, bring it over here. Interview functionality, bring it over here. You'll not bring the login functionality, see, because login functionality is a template. You don't want to do that one. So interview functionality, this one. Now when I want to run this batch videos, click on run manually. Begin run. Do you know why is it coming this one? You are about to run a checked out test. This test might still be in development. Do you want to continue? Why is it coming?
We didn't check.
We didn't check in. We didn't check in. We always have to check in our test plan before executing that test in the test lab. I didn't perform that step. I've written all the test plans, but I didn't go and check in those documents. So that's why it is asking over here that whether you want to run it, because it is still in checked out. So you always have to check in first and then come over here and do your execution. It doesn't stop you to do the executions, but it's a good practice to always check in and then perform the execution here. So click on S. Now it will ask for the email ID and password. So enter the email ID as here, let's say Mitchell. For password, admin123, and go ahead and execute it. To save it. No. Similarly, repeat other user IDs and password for the other tests. But when you open it, see batch post, I didn't replace it, right? So if I open that, if I open that steps, when it will ask me to run the steps, it will ask me to enter the values. You can come over here and enter the actual values also here, not a problem. It doesn't mean that you have to always enter right from there. Once you add it over here, you can add the values over here. Like let's say did I got your name correct, Hetal? Hetal, right?
Yeah,
gmail.com. Click on OK and password. Come over here, enter the value as password. Click on OK. Click on OK. That's how your values will be inserted here. And when you run it, when you run manually, sorry, Run manually. Yes. So the step 3 should have now heater, right? That's how you can provide the values here while running, or you can go back into the main execution and run and provide the details over there. Anywhere you can provide it. Clear? Clear about these two functions? These are very, very important functions in Quality Center. Most widely used functions in Quality Center. How do you link the test cases for commonly repeated tests, and how do you apply the parameterization parameters? Clear?
So what other examples of parameters are?
KrishnaTraining.com. URL is www.krishnatraining.com. Let's assume that, I mean, you are taking a crude example here. If you talk about
you can do multiple URLs.
Exactly. In a particular let's talk about which one. I'm talking about some product-based industries where there are multiple applications within that company. Like my company has, we have a visibility application which has a different URL. For sending out files between a retailer and their trading partners, we have a different URL. So to test all those, we are a cloud-based company. We have each URL for different application. When you want to replace those URLs for the same login functionalities, URL is another example. What else? Parameterization, pagination functionality. Like if you want to, pagination means here in the batch post here, I see there are 2 pages, right? 1 and 2 for this particular page. But when I click on online batch post, not online, for all batches post. So in this particular page, there are only 2 pages. So 1 or 2. When I click for all batches post, how many pages here I have it? I have it here also 2. Let's assume Ellicott post. Do we have anything more than 1? Let me click on the batch videos. I think that will have lots of them. So when I click on batch videos, how many pages here are there? 5 pages are there. When I click on batch 182, I have only 1 page. Or sorry, not 182. In class videos, how many pages are there? 6 pages are there. The first page has 5 pages. The second page has 6 pages. I don't want to test for all pages. I want to test for 3rd page or a 4th page. So the page number, the page, whatever the click on the page number should be a parameter. That can be replaced with a number. Whether I want to click on 4th page or a 5th page or a 1st page. So that number is a parameter value. What else? What else can log out? Not log out. Just thinking what else can be there. I mean, doing a Google search here. I might be searching for HP, QTP or UFT. Someone might be searching for TOAD, TOAD. So the search string, this is a string. This is a string entered by Raj. You might be entering some other string here as a TOAD. So the search string is also as a parameter, TOAD. Whatever that I want to do the search, click on the search for the search functionality. When I enter the TOAD, I'll get all these values. But when I enter UFT, I will get a different results. But it's the same search functionality. I'm doing the search functionality testing. Different values can be entered in that search field. So UFT, TOAD, or database, anything, any value can be entered. So any value that can be replaced with multiple values can be entered as a parameter.
But for us, the parameter is not enabled. Don't know why.
It's not enabled?
Yeah.
Let me come over there. Clear? Give a try just now in the class. Write few cases. We'll see if there are any other issues. And tomorrow would be our last class on the QC. Now we will be writing all our we are writing all our test cases in QC directly itself. We can write these test cases in Excel sheet or a Word document, and how do we export them to the quality center? That would be another concept in the quality center. And there is a small details about the reporting. Clear? I think we have some time. Let's talk about. I'll come to your desk. Let's talk about some administration functionalities here. Okay, on QC. Everything is getting recorded. Oh no. What happened to the recording?
Upload this video today, so the parameter thing will be.
My recording is not coming, folks.
Oh my god. It was not recorded.
It's recorded, but the window is not coming. I don't know what's happening.
If record is not done, then can you little bit dictate about how the parameter steps we can follow and
No, it should be
in the
there.
test level, from test plan to test level.
Until then, give a try writing the test cases. I'll see what's happening. Come on.
I don't know, my player is just laughing at it. It's not working. So we have to write a test cases for login functionality or what?
Yeah.
For login.